So the topic for the panel is inculcating environmental friendly attitude to promote mental health in students, the way forward. So this morning you had a nice session with Sashikant Das sir and Ilangovan sir, where they were explaining how important it is, to have that friendly environment and how it was created in Tagore Arts College. That is very, very important, not just for the environment, but for we as individuals also. Because the mental health and resilience has a direct correlation to our environment, and it is going to positively influence in a very nice way, and that is what our panelists will be explaining in different perspectives. So let me take the pleasure of inviting Professor A.R. Srinivasan sir, the registrar of SBV University, Shri Balaji Vidyapeeth. He is also professor in biochemistry, so he will be explaining in the administrative's perspective, and I'm sure he'll also bring in perspectives from biochemistry. And Dr. Sitish Ghosh sir, the Dean of Mahatma Gandhi Medical College and Research Institute of Shri Balaji Vidyapeeth, who is also a professor in obstetrics and gynecology, and we have had the pleasure of interacting with both of them with other research studies. So it has been always a pleasure, and thank you for accepting to be here. Pramila ma'am has not come, so let me invite Dr. Ramaswamy Damodaran sir. And let me also congratulate him on becoming the Associate Professor of Mahatma Gandhi Medical Advanced Research Institute of Shri Balaji Vidyapeeth. Dean Sir, Ghosh Sir will be speaking, in the same topic, mental health and environment in the medical students' perspective. And Damodaran Sir will be explaining from the scientific perspective. And we also have Dr. Uttareshwar Pachagaonkar sir, who's joined us as part of the Aurobindo Society. And sir is also the vice chairman for IYA, the Indian Yoga Association of the Puducherry chapter. So please, welcoming all of you to take up the dais. I will sit here, sir. Vanga, sir. Let it be. If she comes, we will. She's not here yet. So I will give one mic to you. So let's start the whole discussion with Srinivasan sir. What I would like to ask you to explain is, what is your perspective on current mental health challenges faced by the students in today's educational system? What are the challenges that they are facing? If you can throw some light on into the challenges, we'll try to find a solution for that later.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Hope you had a good lunch. But as Meena madam, the moderator, learned moderator, rightly told, we won't allow you to sleep, I presume. We'll try to engage you. And having actually said that, I think we really have to salute the efforts of our Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji. See, for having actually developed such a theme of yoga, swasthya and all, and how it can be seamlessly incorporated actually into the academics. That's very, very important. He is actually the nodal person there. And with the advent of NEP, the introduction of Indian knowledge system, the values and all. So we know the impetus provided by our honorable government is almost in compliance or in line with that WHO. Can anybody tell what is the WHO? Yeah, very good. What is the definition of health? Can anybody tell? We are all. Not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. I think we have to applaud for the first time. Yeah. A panelist actually is being helped by audience, that speaks for the quality of the audience. So when having said that, the central theme actually is mental. So we can just say the mental well-being actually acquires a lot of relevance. Now, once again, having developed all these themes, let's come to what Madam's question actually is all about, the current problems. Now, the current problems faced by the students, it is very, very crystal clear. What could be the thing? Academic stress. Academic stress is voluminous, ever-changing curriculum. Ghosh sir will really agree. Every day, actually, he is receiving hundreds and thousands of dozens of mails from the Apex Commission, with due respects. So asking actually us to reorient competency based, this, that, inclusion of this, that, and all. So it becomes very seemingly difficult. Now, to keep pace with the academic burden, we must know as educationists or learners that we should know the distinction actually between two important things which acquires help from the mental health point of view. Don't load the students or the learners actually with a heavy syllabus. Instead, load it with a rich syllabus. It's a lot of difference between incorporation of yoga and music as value additions. It's not heavy. It makes the syllabus rich. But under the pretext of enhancing the competencies or the level of thing, so we should not do that. This academic, with due respects, I am not.
So you want the quality but not the quantity.
Exactly. The other thing actually, Madam, learned moderator, Madam, will also accept the fact that when the student who pursues higher education suddenly comes from the portals of school, it's a huge leap. No, all of you must have realized the leap actually is phenomenal. Suddenly you are actually crossing swords with peers. Obviously you should be friends with peers, but you will be forced to cross peers from different background, from different societal, socio-economic status. So the mental health suffers there also upon entry, because it is a heterogeneous student population which is going to dwell for the next 4 or 5 or 6 years in this. This is a big challenge actually. So it's something which is really proverbial. And the most important thing, supposing a person enters with a little bit of mental health issue, Dr. Ghosh will say later, how many of the parents or the guardians will say or will confess that my ward is having a little bit of issue with that, take care of. It's very, very difficult.
It's a big stigma.
Stigma is there. So these, according to me, are the most important challenges that confront mental health. It's my own perspective also.
Super, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir, for that wonderful, insightful, answer, because you have summed it up as to the current problems that students face. But if I may add to whatever you have said, I have had students come and, like sometimes they say, see, they have come from some place in the north. And they've come all the way here into a different culture, into a different background, different setting, language issues, food issues, and the adjustability here in a new atmosphere. That also is a big challenge for the students, apart from the peer pressures and the competitions and all that, right? So
here, if I can just add one more point to the learned moderator's observation, this is where we are confronted with lack of proper mental health support. Mental health problems, issues are there, but we don't have support.
And they don't come, like you said, the stigma that is carried. They don't come out and then, say that I am going through this problem. Is it recognized as a problem? That is my question.
Yeah.
Right?
We don't recognize this.
Right. Sir, Ghosh sir, your question, next one. So, do you think that the connection with nature, the environment, can influence the mental health?
First of all, I must thank ICM for giving the opportunity for the panelist, and in front of the students we are having this panel discussion. Before I go to the topic, I think the question what was asked to Dr. Srinivasan should have been asked to the student. Right? So you completed your class 12th and you joined, right? So what was the difference you felt when you joined? right? So it's not that what you can say, the stress started after joining. For me, I think now everybody is undergoing tremendous stress, different, right? Those who are studying, they have stress. Those who are not studying, they are also stress. Class 12th stress, 10th stress, right? So there is, I think, I just want to tell one story with your permission, right? So when I was a child, I'm just telling a story, right? So when I was a child, I look for my father. Is how they don't have to do anything. They just go to the office, they come back, they relax, right?
I have felt the same with my
Right,
mother.
right. Right. Now, when that child became father, office is a problem for me. School was better. Right? So that means what? Stress is there, stress will be there. But how you are going to perceive it, right? So when you were in the class 10th, 12th, there was stress. Now the stress is also there. Stress may be different, but you need to know how to distress yourself. Right? So now coming back to the questions of what, madam, can you repeat once again? I forgot the questions.
Nice story, sir. All of us, I think, can connect to that story. Do you think that the connection with nature environment can influence the mental health of the healthcare students?
I want an answer from the student.
Especially in this high stress environment.
Yes, I just want. Do you feel that?
Interactive discussion.
Do you feel?
Do you think the connection with nature, the environment can influence your mental health?
Yes. How many of you say yes? Okay. Okay. Have you experienced it? How you experience?
One of you can actually speak on behalf of the
Although
others.
it's a panel discussion, but we are making.
Yeah. We can take one more mic actually. Use it.
Somebody told that yes, you have experience. We just want to know how you experience, because as you know, like this need to be failed, right? So this is not the knowledge based. Somebody told yes, I have experienced. I just want to know.
Who's it? Yes. Who's?
Please.
Vanga, come here. Come to this center. You want to answer from there? You don't want to answer?
If you are comfortable in the vernacular language also, we can.
Yes.
Don't worry.
Tamil. If you want to speak in Tamil, Tamil la kuda pesunga.
Malayalam also I have to translate.
Yeah, I can translate. Hindi also. Chalega.
Language
Chalo.
no barrier.
No barrier.
We just want you people to interact.
சரி, இன்னும் ஒரு வாட்டி கொஸ்டின் உங்களுக்காக சொல்றேன். இந்த என்விரான்மெண்ட், அதாவது இங்க இருக்கிற இந்த கிரீன் என்விரான்மெண்ட், இது வந்து உங்களுக்கு மென்டல் ஹெல்த்துக்கு சப்போர்ட்டிவா இருக்கா? அண்ட் அந்த கனெக்ஷன் தட் யூ ஃபீல் ஆஸ் அ ஸ்டூடெண்ட் between, thank you sir, between the green environment here and உங்களோட mental health. அதாவது இப்போ இங்க இருக்கிற ஹை ஸ்ட்ரெஸ், உங்களோட ஸ்டடீஸ், கரிக்குலம், all that is like very very stressful what you're going through. So அந்த ஸ்ட்ரெஸ் குறைக்கிறதுக்கோ இல்ல உங்களை கம்பேட் பண்றதுக்கோ அதை ஃபைட் பண்றதுக்கோ உங்களுக்கு இந்த மாதிரியான இந்த green environment helpful-ஆ இருக்கா? உங்களோட பெர்ஸ்பெக்டிவ் என்ன? திரும்ப சான்ஸ் கிடைக்காது, டக்குன்னு பேசிடுங்க.
This was a question to me, I just passed on to you. No, because as you know, this need to be this, because this is we are discussing about the mental
நீங்க
stress.
தமிழ்ல கூட சொல்லுங்கப்பா. வாங்க. என்ன கனெக்ஷன் ஏதாவது இருக்கா உங்களுக்கு பர்சனலா? நீங்க ஒன்னும் தியரி பேச வேண்டாம். உங்களுக்கு what is it that you feel, அதை மட்டும் சொல்லுங்க போதும்.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay, go ahead.
Kavya, yes.
So,
Yeah, please go ahead.
நம்மளோட ஐப்ரோக்கு கீழே there is one pathway. ஸோ அதில் வந்து ரெண்டு பக்கமும் நல்லா க்ரீனரியாக இருக்கும். பட் we have alternative way also, like inside that building also we have one way to reach that college block. So over time I chose that greenery path.
Why?
So like எவ்வளோ மைண்ட் என்ன இருந்தாலும் ஆல்வேஸ் நமக்கு ஷார்ட்கட் இருந்தாலும் ஐ சோஸ் தட் பாத். ஸோ அதில் பயங்கர ஒரு கைண்ட் ஆஃப் வேற லெவல் ஃபீல் ஆஃப் இருக்கும். லைக் நம்ம எவ்வளோ மைண்ட்ல என்ன இருந்தாலும் அதெல்லாம் அப்படியே 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 பறந்து வர மாதிரி ஒரு kind
Okay,
of-
good. What she is trying to tell, we all know that environment has bad effect, good effect. Yes or no?
Yes.
Suppose the day is hot, you feel hot. Suppose the day is cold, you feel cold, right? So environment has its effects on your mind, remember. Right? So basically, as you know, there are different colors. I don't know, you may experience it. When you go through a color, what I'm telling is from my experience, right? When I see green color, it affects me, right? It soothes my mind, right? There is a scientific behind it, right? So when you are inside the green campus, right? When I say green campus, it does not mean if the wall is painted green. Remember, right? Green campus means you should be surrounded by greeneries, right? Trees, right? Maybe small, maybe big, right? So it decreases the cortisol secretion. Right? So when it decreases the cortisol secretion, the anxiety, the stress within you itself, it comes down without your notice. That's why what she told, that when I pass through that short, even if it's a little bit, right? So in that I feel something. So that's not the effect of the greeneries, right? If you really want to experience, right? So as Dr. Morning you heard Dr. Sasikant Das telling, right? So greeneries, right? Just visit Tagore's College, right? Just visit Pondicherry University. Just go to the Jipmer. Of course, nowadays I can feel the difference, right? So walking the 10 years down in the Jipmer and now I can feel the difference. Same thing also you can feel. What I wanted to tell you, whenever you are having stress, right? So normally, as you know, we go to where? We go to Ooty, we go to hill station for relaxation. Yes or no? Why? Greeneries. Not only the temperature, greeneries also affect to relax you. So definitely, it's not the medical student alone. All healthcare parameters, as sir told, besides educational stress, there are a lot of stress you'll undergo, right? Direct contact with the patient also will give you some stress, right? So whenever you have this type of stress, so definitely if you come out of this routine classrooms and all these things, have a stroll in the lawn or the campus, green campus, definitely it will help you. So definitely green campus has its effects as a human being, not only as a healthcare professional. Of course, in comparison to the other professionals, they are at a higher risk of having this type of stress cope up, right? So definitely it helps. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. You made it truly interactive. Just to add to what Ghosh sir was saying, from the yogic parlance, other than the green color being very soothing to the eyes, other than that, when you're walking in this greenery, we say it is filled with prana, the energy. There's so much of energy in that greenery around. You have all had yoga sessions, right? அதுல பிராணாயாமா செய்றீங்க. அந்த பிராணாயாமால என்ன பண்றீங்க நீங்க? breath manipulate பண்ணி regulate பண்ணி என்ன எதுக்காக பண்றீங்க? to get more prana. கரெக்ட்டா? அது இப்போ நம்ம ஒரு ரூம், சின்ன ரூம்ல அடைச்சிட்டு, that is what we are doing for convenience. No issue in that. But the same pranayama, if you walk here or sit in a place that is full of greenery, it's going to be multifold, right? The energy that you people will gain. Energy meaning not just the physical energy, the mental energy, because prana circulates throughout you, in all the nadis, in all the cells, everywhere. Correcta? So you have to experience this. It's not theory. ஒரு வாட்டி போய் செய்து பாருங்க, எப்படி இருந்ததுன்னு எங்களுக்கு சொல்லுங்க. ஓகேயா? எஸ்ஸா நோவா? அப்பா, ரைட். அந்த எஸ் வாங்குறதுக்கு எவ்வளவு கஷ்டம், ரைட்? So that is something which from yoga we keep talking about. I think sir will also explain more on that from the spiritual perspective. Ramaswamy sir, Damodaran sir, sorry. Scientific research. What does scientific research say about the connectivity between such greenery and the mental health? Is there any research evidence? Do you want to throw some light on the research activity that correlates mental health and this greenery?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. First of all, yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah. Yeah. So I can strongly say that there is a strong connection between mental health and exposure to green surfaces, green space, for example. For example, if you're visiting park or tree covers you are observing, that will directly influence your changes in cellular level. So everything, first before going to cellular level, first you should know what kind of cellular mechanism it's happening. We all know that at school we read about cells, right? Anybody can tell me how many reactions happening in cells? Like human cells.
How many reactions are happening in human cell is the question.
So first question, whether any reaction is happening inside the cell or not. Yes. So before going to something basic chemistry, you should know that, like there is a saying that friend to concentrate, enemy to dilute, joys to precipitate, and sorrows to evaporate. Okay. So this is, yeah. It's a friend to concentrate, enemies to dilute, joys to precipitate, and sorrows to evaporate. This is a simple chemical reaction. As a chemist, basically I'm a chemist turned biologist, so I always give importance with the example of the chemist actually. So each and everything depends on what kind of chemical reaction happening inside the cells. For example, you must have read biochemistry, right? So how many biochemical reactions are happening inside human cells? So any guess that number of reactions happening in cells per second? More than 1,000. Somewhat good answer. Anybody else can guess? 10,000.
Wild guess.
See, no, sir said sir's answers match with some particular cell.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. Okay. So per second, each human cells 10,000 to 10 million reactions are happening per second. Okay. So sir said 10,000 reactions happen in RBC, red blood cells, which is not having a nucleus. If it is having nucleus, it produces a lot of protein coding genes. It will produce a lot of proteins. Like wherever the protein coding genes are there, their number of reactions will increase. The maximum number of reactions are happening in human cells are immune cells and brain cells. Okay. So here, when it comes to madam's question, whether is there any nature connectedness with mental health of students? Like there are some studies like case studies. They have reported in USA one studies like the Christopher et al. In 2014. He has reported that the students staying in dormitory, they have two groups. Like one group of students staying in a dormitory with window with a view for greeneries. The other group of students, they are not having any greeneries, a green space view. And they observed that those students staying in a dormitory with the green space view, they have reduced stress level, and their academic performance was high compared to other group. Okay. So this is the scientific fact behind this is there. Already Morning has told that there is a hormone called cortisol. So the cortisol level is high, it will affect their brain, does brain cell damage. Okay. So here the change is whatever influence, many environmental influence can do the changes in cellular reaction actually. Some cells, if you're watching greenery, some cells will produce some like low level of cortisol level. If you are seeing a fire, the high level of cortisol or adrenal level. So like one-to-one, each and every protein interact each other and they force other reactions actually. Your biochemical reaction can be influenced by environmental factor, mainly this green space environment. So apart from cortisol, that inflammatory molecules, lot of inflammatory molecules like interleukins and interferon gamma and the C-reactive proteins. Many proteins are upregulated or downregulated based on green space view actually. So another case study they reported in Canada. So what they have done is how close the green surface from your classroom, proximity. Like like within, like schools located within 500 meters of proximity versus those who are having more than 500-meter proximity. And so they observe that students with the close proximity to green space or park or tree cover are observed to have stress level is a lower stress level, and their academic performance is high. These are some of the important case studies they have.
That's really excellent, sir. Wonderful. I'm hearing it for the first time, actually. When I prepared this question, I knew something will come up, but I didn't really, many things.
Another case studies in India, they have done like, they have selected 22 like a populated city, and among the people they compared whether they are happy, their stress level is less. And this is mainly based on questionnaires based study.
Okay.
And what they have done is how they are connected with nature, how much time they are spending with nature. Based on that, they answer the questions actually.
Wow.
That study also, the Indian study also showed that nature connectedness improve their mental health and depression and anxiety.
So again, my next question to you both, being that
Yes. Yeah, please, sir.
So interesting. You talked about the proximity to the greenery.
Yes, sir.
Does it matter whether the person interacts with the greenery or just is in proximity? Because
Yes,
I live on the beach,
Yeah, sorry, I missed
but I
the
never
answer.
go to the beach.
Yes.
So is there a difference that I live on the beach and I go to the beach? I'm sure there must be a difference there.
There must be some difference, sir, actually. For example, as madam before asking question to Ghosh sir, actually, in fact, I need some green space talking in front of Ghosh sir and Srinivasan sir, actually, because I'm getting stressed. Okay. So actually, like spending time with nature is different. Like how much time you are spending, that is also different. Like for example, if you're, as madam said, doing pranayama inside the home and in the park with the green space have a lot of difference, because their polluted air will not be there in outside park actually. Wherever the green space is there, we can get more pure oxygen. Like the oxygen absorption by lungs is more in open area compared to inside the room area actually. As you said, like you are living in particular place, so our human body have adaptations. Like for example, I conducted a study in Jipmer when I started my research career in Jipmer Medical College, where I was working on sleep polysomnography. How noise pollution is affecting human sleep. Like I recruited participants from various walks of life from in and around Pondicherry, those who are working in heavy noise, like lorry driver, bus driver, police constables standing in a like traffic signal, and the rice mill, that operators. Yeah. So I recruited them, and they have to come and sleep in the sleep lab. I have to record the EEG pattern. And those who are working in a soft environment, like normal, like us medical college students and others. So the concept is those who are working in noisy environment, their EEG and ECG pattern will differ, and that will influence their health related issue, and their sleep efficiency will be low. That is the expectation we studied actually. We wanted to study the expect, but we didn't get some people, we didn't get the expected results, because those who are working in noisy environment, after sometimes their body is adapting to that noise.
become selective hearing. They stop hearing these constant
Yes,
noises.
actually, we got
The other way. If there is no noise, they will feel restless.
yeah. So though the decibel level at all we measured, so one particular group, those who are working in rice mill, they used to tell that when I'm sleeping, I'm getting the sound of that mill, that machine sound. But when we compare the sleep efficiency, REM sleep and non-REM based on the sleep stage 1, 2, 3, we calculate the efficiency. But we found that those who are working in mill is sleeping then better than a medical college student. So this kind of adaptation also there. As you said, if you're staying in a beach, doesn't mean that directly it will influence. But once, yes, sir.
Sir, it is better than people, those are not staying, those are not looking at the beach also. At least you're staying and looking at the beach.
Yes. Any other questions related to this?
No. Yes, sir.
Just one humorous point. I think getting adapted to the rice mill thing is much better, because we are oblivious of the noise made at home.
Because as you know, like, I don't know, might have listened this one. I think one space was created without noise, right? And people were invited to stay in that place for 1 hour, suppose they will can spend in 1 hour in that room, a noise-free room, he will be rewarded like anything. Right? He will be rewarded like anything. Nobody could do that one. Maximum time spent was 59 minutes. Right? So that's what you can say. Now we are used to that noise so much that we cannot stay away from the noise also.
Feels as if something is being missed. Mhm. Right. So my question to you both, as administrators, as dean and as registrar, sir was saying that this greenery has a real good effect on the cortisol levels and, the students' academic performances. Can we try implementing something like that at SBV? Like this morning, Sashikant Das sir was showing, seeds that was placed under the trees and in the open environment. Can we, as SBVians, try something like that? What do you think?
I think that's what you can say. I feel that this solves two problems. One is the mental health issue of the problem. Like normally, as you know, now we are used to a AC classroom, right? Enclosed classroom, right? So after sometimes, even if 30 students, sometime majority of the time we are exceeding the capacity of that particular room itself, right? So that itself create a toxic environment. Even the oxygen that we are inhaling and also that's not pure, right? So that creates a problem. So that, and when you go out, so definitely that freeness will be there. You will feel fresh to accept also. So definitely, I think that's what I was thinking, that definitely it can be done. Only thing, again, as you know, with the available resources, as you know, okay, even if we are having large number of the students, those students can be taken in groups, right, to particular area, that the space can be can be modified, right? So what he was showing, so similar space can be created in the university with the help of the administrator and all these things. I think we can give a proposal for the year also.
Just to add to what Dr. Ghosh, with the permission of the moderator, I think this concept of eco-anxiety is really coming now, eco-anxiety, because they have even done a lot of studies, mental health studies, especially actually in fledgling professionals, where lack of green spaces or very minimal availability of green spaces directly affects the cognitive capacity of the individual. So this, what they call it, see, IQ-wise, they're good. But the capacity actually to assimilate probably is not keeping pace with their intelligence quotient. How else will we explain? Very difficult to explain.
Maybe that is why what you can say now, as you know, like accreditation process, they are also incorporating the green studies and all these things for the institution. Why they are doing with some hidden agenda that we are not able to understand it. Green does not mean that you plant the trees, but utilize it also in an effective way.
Absolutely. And sir, when that is implemented, what Ghosh sir and Srinivasan sir were saying, when that is implemented, you have to take the initiative to start a research study
Definitely,
from
ma'am.
MGMARI.
Definitely for that, we have to start now itself, that before and after, like samples should be collected.
Planning, IHEC.
That's what, sir. It's a type.
IHEC protocol, get ready.
So we have to do the temporal variation with the two different time points, before and after. That will be good, actually.
It will actually be very, very interesting to know, sir.
Yes.
Because we keep talking about all this, but if we can, as an education institution, as a healthcare institution, if we can establish this and show it to the society, to the scientific society, that this is true. It is not just a theory, or it is not just case studies that are being done. It will become, SBV will be placed someplace.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So let's think about this and, take this up forward. So my next question goes to Uttareshwar sir. So how does the spiritual tradition across these cultures emphasize on the interconnectedness between, the green environment, nature, and the mental health?
See, it's very interesting that in different regions of the world, different cultures have come up, religious or whatever way they are called. But every culture, through this nomenclature or that nomenclature, zeroes to one concept, and that is the closest connectivity. Now, as from medical fraternity, we can understand that each individual has come up with so much of multiplication from one cell, one zygote in the mother's womb. And one cell is multiplying in such a wonderful design that so many tissues and organs and systems are formed, and with wonderful coherence it is working, and therefore we are here, individuals. Now, this is what we have to understand, that our real self is the spirit in us. It is not one cell. Because suppose, imagine that I am dead. So you won't call that Dr. Uttareshwar is sitting here. You'll say his body is lying on the table.
Sorry to interrupt, sir. I will invite Dr. Pramila, the principal of the Indira Gandhi Medical College and Research Institute, who's just joined us now, to please join the chair. Sorry, sir. Please continue.
So, we have to understand what is our real self. Each religion will try to, emphasize you to understand what you are and how you are connected with the world. I won't say world, I will call it universe, even beyond the world. See, we are one component of the universe, and this ecology is only the adaptability of each one of us. Each one of us doesn't mean human beings alone. The plants, the animals, even non-living beings, everything has consciousness, spirit in it. I remember, I'll quote, like Sir told his story. I remember reading one book. There was a Westerner who came to Himalayas, and he adopted name Lobsang Rampa. And he was giving wonderful observation that in city, there is a tap, people are connecting water from the tap, and they are telling there are communities in Tibet where they communicate with each other without any apparatus from thousands of kilometers to telepathy. They just communicate. And in Tibet, the communities are interacting with each other from thousands of kilometers, telling that there is some community somewhere in the city where you just keep your pot under a tap and water comes. So for them, this is wonder. And for us, that is the wonder. This is how, if we are connected closely with the nature, definitely you will have different experience of life. And the stress and all, I tell you, the basic understanding about self is the only reason for stress. All these external things are subsidiary. And Dr. Anandji was telling that it is mere vicinity or your connectedness. It is the physical connectivity or your spiritual connectivity, how you have to get connected with each other. And I'll tell you, even institutions, mind well, the best institutions are where the students and the faculty, they are connected well. They are having better wavelength. And the very look, the love given by the teacher will initiate the students to take interest in the studies. So definitely we have to see that how internally every one of us becomes susceptible to the nature. And then of course the nature wonderfully will influence you. I think this is how we have, and I see this different culture. We studied, because as a physician, we studied how the circadian rhythm is working. We have done a lot of work on this. And we have seen that even Muslim literature also tells the same thing. Christian literature and Hindu literature also tells the same message about circadian rhythm. That one should sleep, one should eat, and one should rise. So this is what I would suggest is, be one with the nature. See, you have to get connected with the nature. It is not that nature is not available around you. Even people having better influence, goodwill, if they are around you, their influence also is much, much influencing. That's what we say. The sadhu, one need not put label that he is a sadhu. Just go close in proximity and you will start feeling the closeness with the person. So this is what I would suggest is, give priority to your, knowing yourself, being more susceptible to the environment, plus at the same time it will be conjoint effort. And imagine every one of us, if we have this sort of attitude and connectivity, the even greenery will come up very well.
Thank you so much, sir. That was really eye-opening. Thank you so much. So my next question, Pramila ma'am, we've been discussing, about how the environment, the greenery, and the mental health in students. What is the relativity between these two? So can I say, ask you, what is the perspective as a leader in a paramedical profession? So what do you think is the connectivity? How do you approach this type of a challenge in your institution?
Thank you so much, most respected Anandji and other panelists. Happy evening to one and all. Extremely sorry for the late today. I went for Vice President program, a little bit quite late. Anyway, I'm so happy for choosing this topic, ma. Awesome, this is the right time you have chosen the topic. I'm very much, I don't know how they have chosen the panelist, but I'm the one who loves the nature extremely. I think so many nursing students are here. நிறைய பேர் இருக்கீங்களாப்பா? அந்த greeneries யாருன்னு சொல்லுங்க, இந்த லாஸ்ட்ல இருக்க greeneries. Pharmacy, இப்படி வாங்க பிள்ளைங்களா, வாங்க. Pharmacy ஓடி வாங்க பார்க்கலாம். நான் உங்களை பார்த்துட்டே இருக்கேன் அப்பையிலேருந்து. ஓடி வாங்க, வாங்க. இருக்கு சார். இன் பிட்வீன் இருக்கு. எங்க பிள்ளைங்களை பத்தி உங்களுக்கு தெரியாது சார். எங்க பிள்ளைங்களை பத்தி உங்களுக்கு தெரியாது. வாங்க, ஜாயின் பண்ணுங்க. So I'm really happy for this question, really wonderful question. I'll tell you what is the thing with my own experience. In Mother Teresa Postgraduate Institute, I worked as a principal for more than 20 years. Before that, I was an academician for 5 years. Almost 25 years, I'm dealing with the students. How we are cultivating this culture without making noise. Nature will not make noise. Greeneries இல்ல, நம்ம எவ்வளவு அழகா உங்களை கூப்பிட்டேன் பாருங்க. நீங்க you are the greeneries. பிங்க் விட green பார்க்கும்போது இன்னும் நிறைய ஸ்பீச் வரும் எங்களுக்கு. அப்படி உட்கார்ந்துக்கோங்கப்பா. இங்க ஃப்ரண்ட் ரோல ஒருத்தங்க இருக்காங்க பாருங்க. ஒரு pharmacist முன்னாடி வாங்க. 2 pharmacists can come front. 2 pharmacists. Come. ஓடி வாங்க பிள்ளைங்களா, வேகமா வாங்க.
Trying to connect with the nature here.
2 to 3 கிளாஸ்ல கூட நான் தூங்க விட மாட்டேன். வாங்க சார், நீங்க உட்காருங்க சார். வாங்க சார், எங்க உட்கார்ந்தாலும் நீ உங்களை பார்த்தாதான் எங்களுக்கு பேச்சு வரும். பிள்ளைங்க எங்க வாங்கடா, வாங்க. 2 to 3 கிளாஸ் எவ்வளவு கொடுமையான கிளாஸ்னு எங்களுக்கு தான் தெரியும். வாங்க பிள்ளைங்க, விட மாட்டோம். இல்ல,
நாங்க ஆரம்பிக்கிறச்சே அது சொல்லிதான்
ஆரம்பிச்சுக்கலாம். ஆமா, 2 to 3
நாங்க விட மாட்டோம் சொல்லிட்டோம் முன்னாடியே.
அப்படி ஓடி வாங்க. Thank you, ma. Thank you for the future pharmacists. Thank you. Love you. Ma'am, what we used to do in Mother Teresa Postgraduate Institute, already I think more than 20 years back, I started one kitchen garden. I think Kayal Nagi is here, she would have witnessed it. We started a kitchen garden. We almost like weekly twice we used to have 2 hours for the physical education PT classes, 1 hour for gardening. Every day someone we assign some work. But whatever they are harvesting, they used to take them to home. Very beautiful, very simple, ma'am. வெண்டைக்காய், கத்திரிக்காய், தக்காளி. என்னோட own students, they cultivated themselves. அந்த கார்டனுக்கு அழகா ஒரு நேம் கொடுத்திருந்தோம், School of Nursing Kitchen Garden. So nobody will enter into that. So whenever they are harvesting, they used to be very happy. They will not take home, one or two they take home. They used to give to our dean and the principal and other department people. All the department people, they used to get jealous on us. One thing. Number two, next, whenever we are inviting our own, whatever the programs they come from the VIPs over, even last week we had registered from university. We did all on behalf of his, there is a one board. Rao Venkatram sir name வச்சு, Sharma sir name வச்சுட்டு we kept one name. So அதே நேம்ல இன்னைக்கும் Dr. Pramila Tamilvanan one name is there for the one tree. So I kept the tree before 10 years. இப்போ அவ்வளோ பூத்து இருக்குது அந்த மரம் ஃபுல்லா. மஞ்சுபாலா தாஸ் name is there. It is her headache. She will problem. If now recently what I did, என்னோட ஸ்டாஃப்ஸ் இருக்காங்க, எங்களுடைய ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் கிட்ட நாங்க வந்து மரம் வச்சிருக்கோம்லப்பா IGMC-ல ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பேட்ச் IGMC அறை ஒரு மரம் வச்சு. என்னைக்கு அது கிரீன் டேஸ் சாருடைய டே தான் நினைக்கிறேன். உங்களுக்கு on behalf of that sir, individual name கொடுக்காம நாங்க what we did is I given that responsibility to my next generation. So what my student did it very beautiful. அந்த குல்மோகர் tree ஏன்னா அந்த ஃபுல்லா ரொம்ப blank-ஆ இருந்துச்சு. So I have chosen that tree. I like Gulmohar because of the birth and brought up from Jimmo campus. So we did it and இதெல்லாம் வச்சுட்டு இப்போ my students name இருக்கும். First batch IGMC School College of Nursing students name வச்சுட்டு every day they are taking care of them sir. So whenever they are giving, we are giving responsibility in such a way, it will come up very nicely. Number two, that is the one you asked question.
Yes,
How to
excellent
motivate.
ma'am. Yeah. How
you,
you were doing it in your institution as a
second
leader.
year வந்துட்டாங்க ma'am. My second year students have come. They are insisting me, ma'am எங்க மரம் எங்க வைக்கிறது, எங்க போர்டு எங்க வைக்கிறது.
Find more
so
place.
now second year students are in competition. I'm telling them keep it, நீங்க exam ஒழுங்கா முடிச்சீங்கன்னா I will find a very beautiful place. I will keep it. 100% result கொடுக்கறீங்க பண்ணிக்கோங்க. In such a very positive competition among themselves, a positive attitude to among.
Excellent.
Thank you ma'am.
Congratulations on motivating that among your students.
Actually, I think Dr. Meena, this would be a great idea for a registrar to take as a university policy. The different batches at SBV in the different colleges could have a tree, and I think this would be a beautiful initiative to replicate here.
Only because of sir we did it sir. இந்த வருஷம் IGMC-க்கு நியூ எங்களுக்கு உங்களோட அந்த யோகாட எனக்கு we did it sir. டிஃபரெண்டா பண்ணிருந்தோம். Okay sir, thank you sir. Thank you sir, thank you so much. Thank you sir.
So Srinivasan sir, next question to you.
Yes, madam.
So what kind of policies or frameworks should the educational institutions adopt to foster a holistic environment that promotes both sustainability and mental health?
It's actually a very tough question. Tough question in the sense, it is all encompassing. It is not going to be accomplished just like that. Because framework and policies have to evolve themselves over a period of time. It is not that you promulgate a policy because you are attacking me with one more word, sustenance. You have to sustain that policy. That's very, very important. No. Just putting it aside actually just like that. Like many people say, I have entered into an MOU, I have entered into an agreement, and then you set it aside, it will not have. But this is a very revolutionary point that you are asking. In fact, it assumes a lot of difference. Dr. Ghosh also will help me. The Telemana scheme, especially it worked during the COVID time, wherein the national lecture portal was there for telemental health. Then the excellent policy is not that India has a dearth for policies, but implementation and sustenance is there. Then there is, from the UGC perspective, there is Diksharambha. Diksharambha, I'm quite sure all the principals and learned deans will understand actually wherein under the pretext of offering them orientation, you ensure that this mental health point actually is seamlessly integrated. That's very, very important. So education plays a leading role. That's why student welfare department actually is very important. But unfortunately, on the negative side, it is hampered by lack of adequate resources. On one side, there is a need to propel holistic education. In fact, the three E's. We can tell one is this education sort of thing. The other one actually is engagement. Whatever the teachers say, as madam says, whatever the students do, ultimately the engagement with the community, much before the engagement with the community comes the parents. Because they are being nurtured actually at home. They are sending the wards actually with the fond hope that we will be able to deliver the goods from the perspective of the academic portals. But engagement with community, that's the reason why in several of the Western countries, I'm not demeaning our own Bharat, Mera Bharat is Mahan, obviously. But foreign universities they have, when the student enters the portal, definitely they will say, where is actually the policy for the student mental health? Student mental health, in fact, a handful of universities for competing interest, I'm not able to tell that. But still I can tell, Geetham University has prepared a wonderful manual for students. Those people who are in this administration will know. Very nice. I in fact request all of you to go and visit that site actually. A very comprehensive policy actually for student manual. So education comes in. Then the UGC also has taken steps by incorporating this Mulya Prava, wherein bioethics, the values, moral values, all can be integrated actually into the portals of academic education. This is where IACM, I'm not actually sort of raising the colors just because IACM is coming here. One of the first initiatives actually done under the ambit of the Institute of Cytogenesis and Complementary Medicine, much before the advent of the institute as a center, is incorporating yoga into the school, collegiate education. Very, very, very important. I don't think some unique, and I think that probably it won't be out of place if you give a big round of applause to IACM for acting as a citadel to propel how holistic education actually can be incorporated. This is the education point of view. Engagement is there. The last one, if you permit me one more minute, I will say environment. Environment has got actually the macro meaning as well as the micro meaning. When you are talking about the green space, eco-friendliness, there comes actually the macro point of the environment. When you say environment, creating a holistic environment here. Holistic environment, salubrious they call it. That means a healthy climate, a healthy environment actually for the students to foster their education, to foster their ideas, to nurture their values. So I will say, thanks to the moderator's question, suddenly I'm just telling education, engagement and environment play a crucial role.
Excellent, sir. 3 E's. That should be like written down now.
But I think we should remind our registrar, sir, that he is part of the team that drafted the policy on salatogenesis for SBV.
Yes.
Policy.
In fact, for the brevity of time, actually, I'm not highlighting that. Everything. Yes. As early as in 2015? Yes. Yeah.
Sir, I will add SBV policy on salatogenesis, which is also
Copyright.
Yes, sir. So until this, I had few pointers to add. I thought I will tell at the end, but I may get diverted. One, with what you were telling, the influence of environment on students, I feel it is not only that environment alone or just being in the environment, how they get actively involved. And number two, it's not only greenery, it could be anything which is life. Like you having a pet, or something like that. In foreign universities, they encourage time with a pet before the exams. So all those things are to be there. So in this, the subjective or the interest of the student matters. So that is number one. Number two, as sir told, yoga has been integrated into the curriculum of all the students. We would also like to mention, we from the School of Music Therapy, we do musical intervention named as meets for the students.
Excellent.
For all the students when they are freshers. Now we have escalated that. Actually, nursing institution has taken it up. We are using the power of music for the students in special need, how it could improve their academic performance. And third, when sir was telling about environment, you told about macro and micro environment. And as a biochemist, and actually, sir, you are the person who takes the topic homeostasis for our students. So our internal body is the internal environment, and the homeostasis is maintained as per the external environment. So that is how it is. So the influence of external environment on our own balance is really influential. So I thought I will mention.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for
I want to compliment இங்க nursing students நிறைய பேர் இருக்கிறதால let me compliment one simple point. She said Nana, my PG thesis was on music therapy, ma'am. It was very wonderful, that too before 15 years. I did my music therapy for CABG patient for their pain. Sir, without any painkiller, I made them to sleep, sir. Those days, I met Dr. Gayatri, Meena Gayatri. அவங்கள போய் தனியா பார்த்து I got that cassette and all. I did this study for 50. Control group 50, இந்த இவங்களுக்கு experimental group 50 patients. Without painkiller, they all slept with the music. Veena, very beautiful. This was happened before 15 years. After my research, centralized music in Narayana கொண்டுட்டே வந்துட்டாங்க. Now it is still it is there.
About that person.
Narayana hospital, it was a centralized music after my research thesis.
Interesting.
ஆமா sir, I got a best thesis award கொடுத்தாங்க.
super, ma'am. Congratulations again.
Thank you so much. I love that. Music therapy is really amazing, man.
Sir Ghosh sir, you can have the mic. Next question is yours. So are there any examples of student-led initiatives, such initiatives?
I think I need not have to tell, morning itself you saw how Dr. Sasikant Das initiated, but it was led by the students. So there are other evidences are there, Western evidence, but I don't want to quote because you have an example here itself. So I think same thing, if the, of course, student led, as you know, it's a bidirectional, what you can say as administrators, they need to have, they need to provide, but that interest has to come from the proposal can also be come from the, as madam told, madam has initiated. Similarly, as you know, now you have lot of examples are available. So you can start what you can say, your, for example, student initiative, just simple thing like we are celebrating lot of what you can say college days and all these things. Let us have one day for the what you can say green initiative in the campus itself. In your surroundings, you are giving the gift, right? So high valued gift to your friends and all these things. You can give what you can say gift in terms of small saplings and all these things. In fact, I was expecting same thing from this.
We thought about it, sir, but taking it home is becoming
I do understand.
practicality's sake.
When I see like nowadays, as you know, wherever we go, we get potted plant as a gift.
Birthday parties, marriages.
I feel happy when instead of that, when somebody gives plaques and all these things, when I see a pot, I'm telling you my personal experience, I feel much happy, and I think that should be the initiative from your side. You can encourage from your side. That's all.
Very nice.
Thank you so much, sir. Pramila ma'am, just a quick question to you. From a student's perspective, not elder, leader, just leave all of that. From a student's perspective, can you explain how this eco-friendly attitude, this green thinking, all of that is going to help them? You know, like
Definitely,
stress management from a student, whatever you would like.
Definitely, ma'am. You know very well, all the legends are here, all the research people are here. Everyone knows whenever we are connecting with the Prabanja Shakti, definitely we can have a less cortisols and endorphins will be increased. It's a science. Definitely, for the, as madam was telling, I visited Japan. There and all, they have a lot of time, giving time to be with the trees and the plants and all. I'm telling again and again for the students, as sir said, you cannot grow a big tree. எங்களுக்கு இது சொல்றதே சின்னதா செட்டிங்களோட பேச ஆரம்பிச்சிங்கன்னா கூட அவ்வளோ அழகா இருக்கும். ஐ யூஸ் டு டாக் வித் மை பிளான்ஸ். ஐ ஹேட் 101. இப்போ டைம் கம்மியாக இருக்கிறதால ஒரு 10:05. ரொம்ப லேட்டா தண்ணி கொடுத்தா கூட சாரி சொல்லி அப்படி பேம்பர் பண்றது. ஸோ டெஃபினெட்லி தீஸ் ஜென்ரேஷன் மேம் கம்பேரிங் வித் அஸ், தே ஹாவ் லாட் ஆஃப் ஸ்ட்ரெஸ். வி ஆர் ஆல் திங்கிங் கோவிட்க்கு அப்புறம் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் வேற லெவலுக்கு வந்துட்டாங்க. இட்ஸ் நாட் லைக் தட். மோர் தென் அஸ், தே ஆர் ஆல் ஸ்ட்ரெஸ்ட். ஸோ இட் இஸ் த ரைட் டைம். வி ஹாவ் டு டெல் them somewhere, we have to divert them to reduce the stress. Obviously, planting, talking with the plants, then pouring the water. இன்னொரு சயின்ஸ் சொல்றேன் மேம், ஒரு பெரிய எக்ஸாம்பிள் என்னன்னு சொல்லிடுறேன். கோவிட் டைம்ல மண்ணோட இருந்தவங்க குப்பையோட இருந்தவங்க யாருக்குமே கோவிட்ல they didn't die. You know why? குப்பை எடுத்தவங்க யாருமே சாகல, ரோட்ல இருந்தவங்க எல்லாருமே ஏசி ரூம்ல இருந்தவங்க பணக்காரங்க தான் நம்ம எழுந்தோம். ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் whenever you are with the பிரபஞ்ச சக்தி, ஒரு மண்ணில் இருக்கிற அவ்வளோ நல்ல விஷயமும் உங்களுக்கு ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் இருக்குது அப்படின்னு சொன்னா டெஃபினெட்லி யூ ஹாவ் அ இம்யூனிட்டி, லாட் ஆஃப் இம்யூனிட்டி யூ வில் கெட். டெய்லி சார் ஒரு சீக்ரெட் சொல்றேன் சார், ஆனந்த்ஜி சார், ஒன் ஆஃப் மை சங்கல்பம் இஸ், என்னோட ஒரு பெரிய சங்கல்பம், எங்க வீட்டு வாசல்ல ஒரு துளசி செடி இருக்கு, எப்ப வேணா வந்து பாத்துக்கோங்க. ஒரு இந்த மெகந்தி செடி இருக்கு, இன்னொன்னு வந்து பெரிய நெல்லிக்காய் மரம் இருக்கு. ஸோ வாட் ஐ எம் டூயிங் இஸ் எவ்ரி டே வீட்டுல சாயராம் பார்த்துட்டு என் பேத்தி இப்படி தொட்டு கும்பிட்டுட்டு அப்படி வெளியில வந்தேன்னா, செப்பல் போட்டதுக்கு அப்புறம் அந்த வெளியில வாசல்ல இருக்கிற ஒரு கிரீன் எடுத்து தலையில அப்படி தொட்டுட்டு தான் வருவேன். ப்ராமிஸ். Every day I'm doing that. Every day I'm doing that. Somewhere I got it. This being with the plants, talking with the plants, getting positive energy from the plant, and the green kitten vaangra and the positive energy is amazing, awesome. Even today I did it. Everywhere, everyone knows it. Thank you so much,
ma'am. Yes. Thank you. Ma'am has given all of you some nice, perspectives from your behalf. Now, just last question. We'll finish up. You have to go now, sir. Sir has to leave now. Just a quick finish, sum up. So how can the practices like mindfulness, meditation, silence, all these, how do you think can become, the eco-awareness or mental well-being? How do you connect all this together?
See, that's what even Pramila madam has said. Like, it is the quality of your connectivity which counts. And what happens, basically, you have to be inside yourself, you have to be a happy person, a sound person, a silent person. And then in that silence, you become more and more susceptible to these positive influences. As I said, our human body, or rather human being, has tremendous potential. Nowadays, even people are experimenting. Suppose I lose my eyesight. Now see, people have experimented that even skin is again, through genesis, the origin is the same cell. So definitely a remote potential has been there in each cell to take up the role of other cell. So this way we can have, see, the whole nature is one unity, Advait what we call it. We are just one with the nature. And if I am there, I am also part of the same nature. So I am observing myself. If I observe others and get connected, definitely my spectrum is becoming broader and broader. So definitely this connectivity, like Pramila madam has said, that you are connected with the plant. You are spiritually, your consciousness is connected with the higher consciousness, the universal consciousness. And that ananda, or that happiness, or that what we call complacency, contentness, what we get is wonderful. As Anandji has said, like being near the seashore alone, physically it doesn't matter. But if you are spiritually also connected, you can connected with the whole Bengal Mahasagar. Like that. So what I would suggest every one of you is just be yourself, silent, and again be part of the same universe. And see, you are one with the universe. And our ultimate goal, see, all being doctor or nurse or whatever profession we consider, that is not our end. That is our means to achieve the end. This we should never forget. And therefore, as a clinician, I always see that when I'm sitting in front of patient and trying to resolve the issues, I feel that I'm resolving my own issues because I'm again a component of the same world, universe.
Absolutely.
So with that attitude, I think everything works well. And see, if this attitude, if we carry, we will not spoil the ecology. We will always, otherwise you will plant, you will retire, someone else will come, and if they don't care, then it won't sustain. So this has to be in each individual, that attitude has to be developed, and then it will be propagated.
Thank you so much. Thanking each and every one of the eminent panelists here. You want to sum up, sir? So thanking all of you for taking time and
Thing I want to sum up that we are considered as a human, and we are not considered as a fully human ecosystem. We have millions of microbes living in our body, gut microbes, skin, lungs, everywhere microbes are there. Wherever you go, you are going with the microbes, you are an ecosystem. Not only human cells, we have to take care. That microbial cells also will interact with your brain and other things. Like there is a recent finding that says that whatever you are eating is some 10 foods are kept in a plate, your brain will be controlled by your gut microbes to choose some particular food. Like same.
ஒரே டேக் ஹோம் மெசேஜ்மா, எல்லா ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸும் பி அலர்ட் ஃபார் த டேக் ஹோம் மெசேஜ். ரெடியா? என்ன ஏஜ் ஆனாலும், வாட் எவர் யூ ஆர் ஸ்டடிங், வாட் எவர் த ஏஜ் இஸ், வாட் எவர் த குரூப் யூ ஆர் ஸ்டடிங், வெதர் யூ ஆர் அ டாக்டர், நர்சஸ் ஆர் pharmacist, வாட் எவர் யூ ஆர், நாளையிலேருந்து டுமாரோ ஆன்வர்ட்ஸ், திஸ் இஸ் த பியூட்டிஃபுல் கேம்பஸ்ல எவ்வளோ மரம் இருக்கு பாருங்க. லாட் ஆஃப் ட்ரீஸ் ஆர் தேர், பிளான்ஸ் ஆர் தேர். ஜஸ்ட் கோயிங் அவுட் ஆஃப் திஸ் ஹால் போயிட்டு ஏதாவது ஒரு செடி கிட்ட திஸ் பிளான்ட் இஸ் மை ஃப்ரெண்ட் அப்படின்னு டெய்லி பார்க்குறச்ச சே ஹாய் டு தட் பிளான்ட். ஒரு தடவை அப்படி தொட்டுட்டு போங்க. யூ வில் கெட் லாட் ஆஃப் பாசிட்டிவ் எனர்ஜி. டுமாரோ ஆன்வர்ட்ஸ் see one plant or tree, this is my இது வந்து இப்போ ஸ்கூலிங்க்கு முன்னாடி சொல்றேன், பாலயோகி சார் காண போயிட்டாங்க ஆனந்த்ஜி. அவங்க வீட்டுக்கு முன்னாடி ஒரு மரம் இருக்கும், எல்லோ கலர் ஃபிளவர். ஐ டிடன்ட் நோ தட், ஐ forgot that still it is there in front of தட்டாஞ்சாவடிக்கு முன்னாடி இருக்கு. அந்த மரம் இப்போ கிராஸ் பண்ணும்போது கூட நம்மளோட மனசுல இருக்க அந்த childish, you should not forget your childish and the childless behavior. இது என்னோட ஃப்ரெண்டுன்னு சொல்லுவேன். எல்லாரும் சிரிப்பாங்க. Still the tree is my friend.
Thank you ma'am.
Thank you so much.
So all of you take up one friend inside the college campus.
Say hi.
And yeah.
Keep touch. Say good
So,
morning and everything. Thank you.
Thank you all
Okay,
so
my
much.
deal, okay, va? And there you are.
Thank you all so much. So to sum up, we have concluded that there is a beautiful relativity with the environment and the mind and the stress levels, and all of them are correlated, and we as SBVians are going to alleviate all that with our in future with different policies and change over in the classroom setting and all that. So thank you all so very much. I hand over the proceedings now to Dr. Balaji.
Thanks to our moderator and all the distinguished panelists for such an insightful and solution-driven discussion. Now I request Professor Anand Balayogi Bhavanani sir to honor the moderator of this panel session. Professor Meena Ramanathan ma'am, Principal School of Yoga Therapy, ISCM. I request sir to honor Professor A.R. Srinivasan sir, Register Sri Balaji Vidyapeeth. Now I request sir to honor Dr. Sitish Ghosh sir, Dean MGMCRI. I request sir to honor Dr. E. Pramila ma'am, Principal, College of Nursing, IGMCRI. I request sir to honor Dr. Ramasamy Damodaran sir, Associate Professor, MGMARI, SBV. I request her to honor Dr. Utreshwar Sir, Director, Sri Aurobindo Society. Thank you so much. Sir. Yeah, we'll send it to you. அதான் எடுத்துட்டு வர போயிருக்கேன்.